יומן הקפיטונה, היי ברוכים השבים 42 לאורנוס, תאריך כוכבים. המשכתי בחיפוש אחרי תנאי מחיה טובים עד שכמעט ואזלו המשאבים. קום לחזור הביתה, נקלעתי לפנטזיה, עליתי קצת למעלה, איבדתי גרביטציה, פרידה השאירה חור שחור בלב בגודל אסיה, אז התחלתי מחדש מול הגלקסיה. טס לאן ללא ידוע, לבד ולא רגוע, הלב מאוד פצוע, בכל זאת נוע, הגעגוע הוא הכוח הכי גרוע, אני לא נלחם בו וגם לא נשאר כנוע, ממשיך מחפש עם השיט, עם הסטרס, מה שבא בשבילי זה הבסט, לסדר את הווסט, כנס לקווסט, חפש את הפס, שחרר את הברקס ונקסט. יו, לבדי, מבולבל, מולדי, מאופן, מיידי, אם בכלל כולם אוהבים בחלל, לפעמים זה לא קל, אל תרגיש כאומלל, בוא איתי, כי חבל כולם אוהבים בחלל. יומן הקפיטונה, לבד שלי המשיך 4 משהו לשבתאי, כוכבים, תאריך. אין לי שמץ של מושג לאן פונים או מה צריך. אני טרמפיסט בגלקסיה בלי מדריך, לוקח אוויר ונזכר בלילות הקשים, וכולם מחפשים לעשות, להרשים, לגלות, להגשים, להאשים, ועושים המון רעש יחסית לאנשים אבודים בחלל. זום אאוט, מבט מעל, מבין שהלבד שלי הוא לא לבד כלל. דתות צדדים, כתות שבטים, אורות שלטים, מרוב פחדים שכחתי שאני מסוגל ליהנות מהנוף, מהרייד, אין סוף לפניי. אני לוסט, אני בוס, אני פה, אני חי, וואלה כי מזמן טס, אז רק פרסט קלאס כמו זינק סטארדסט. אני שם גז, לבדי, מבולבל, מול עתיד, מאופן, מי יגיד, אם בכלל כולנו עבודים בחלל. לפעמים זה לא קל, אל תרגיש כעולה, בוא איתי, כי חבל. כולנו עבודים בחלל. עוד אומרים שיודעים מקום ולא מודים עדיין. כולנו אבודים בחלל ושוב רבים על בית, מוצא דת ימין או שמאל, אז בוא נרים לחיים. כולנו אבודים בחלל, כולנו אבודים בחלל, כולנו אבודים בחלל, כולנו אבודים בחלל, כולנו אבודים. chose again. A different story, different way. Will you find your happiness? Or more of just the same? More of just the same. 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 Say you chose again. A different story, different way. Will you find your happiness? Or more of just the same? More of just the same. 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 Just the
WS semifinals fight. GG. Party face. Party face. Party face.
Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour, and welcome back to this epic semi-finals. This is just a lag test, what we're in right now, just in case you're confused what we're seeing. This is just a lag test. The reason we're doing a lag test here is because we have this guy Staz, who is streaming apparently for the Russian community in the Russian language. So we're just doing a quick test. ExCaL wants us to stay for just a couple of minutes, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And then in the meantime, what I do need to show you is actually the World Series bracket. So I'm going to show you that right now. Warning if you haven't seen any of the previous oops, hit the mic. If you haven't seen any of the previous games, and you don't want to spoil it, I'm going to show you it now in 3, 2, 1. So here is the bracket. This tournament is hosted by Game Replays. Massive shout out to all the hosts and people organising this. Massive shout out to them. Wouldn't be possible without them. And also massive shout out to the sponsors of this tournament as well. It's like over $2,000 for this tournament. So absolutely massive. The semi-final that we're about to watch here today is DK Crazy versus ExCaL. I believe it's a best of 13, but I will just double check on that. We've got Boyker against Vivid, which is happening tomorrow. I will not be streaming that live, but I may do like a casting of it a few hours a bit later on. So it still will be on my channel a bit later on. So if we have a look at the paths that all the players took, so we have DK Crazy. He actually defeated Science Spider 5-0. We did cover this last time, actually. He beat Ruik 5-0. He beat Jundi 6-1. So that was his first game that he dropped. And then he beat Caro in a very, very decent display of 0 Hour skill, 6-1. So that's brought him to this position. And the bottom left, we then do have ExCaL, who beat this HYD guy 5-0. He beat Tasmani 5-1. He beat SPL 6-4. So actually, ExCaL dropped quite a few games there and dropped way more than Crazy has, with Crazy only losing 1 game so far. And then ExCaL actually lost another 4 against Shay. But you probably could say maybe that ExCaL had a slightly harder route, because Tasmani, well-known, really good pro. SPL, I think, has been on the up over the last couple of years and actually playing really, really good. If you catch him on a good day, he's really good and capable of taking games from anyone. So I don't think 6-4 is necessarily a bad score there. And also, then he beat Shay, and Shay, as you know, knocked out both me, Size, and Freestyler. So Shay was not an easy opponent. So to lose to win 6-4. I don't think it's actually that bad. It's actually a pretty decent performance. So we've got Crazy against ExCaL. I'm just going to check if it's best of 13 or whatever. And then we have on the other side, Boyker against Vivid, which we'll cover that in another video. Okay, so just getting the scoreboard back for you. Okay, so we have the scoreboard. Let me know what your score predictions are in the chat. I actually think this is a very interesting and going to be close series. It's two very, very strong players. Yeah, and I've seen people talking on the forums about how different styles. I don't think they're drastically different styles, but I mean, in 0 Hour, it's hard to have completely different styles or whatever. There's kind of the same meta that you're going to do in most games, like spamming Vs and stuff like that. However, next time, choose another map for test those lightings. And so it begins Forgotten Air Battle. Yeah, DK Crazy style is more like take over the whole map and take over all the supplies and beat you by economy, but also decent, really smart decisions. His decision making and all that kind of stuff, I compare it to Size. I think his decisions and micro and all that kind of stuff is comparable to Size. Whereas ExCaL, typically, from what I've seen and what I've heard people saying about him, is like more lower economy, more harder rushes, and better micro and stuff like that. And he's been playing StarCraft 2 over the last few years as well, so you can imagine that ExCal's micro gameplay and experience has got a lot better from playing StarCraft 2. Right, okay, so Forgotten Air Battle, let's choose the map. Forgotten Air Battle V4. So are the same 10 maps. Same 10 maps as last time, $2,010 prize money. I'm just going to check the semi-final, what best of it is. So, if the score goes to 6-6, the final decider will be a tank mirror. That means it's a best of 13. Yeah, so semi-finals is a best of 13. If it goes to 6-6, the final game will be a tank mirror. So, will it get that far? Let me know some score predictions in the chat. We are ready to kick off this first game. We're bang on time, actually, this time. So, let's get into this. Two super strong players. I'm really interested to see who's going to pull off the win here. I'm going to predict an ExCaL win, and the only reason I'm going to base that on, I think Crazy's a super strong player. But the only reason I predict that is because in 2015, DK Crazy faced off against Big Size in the grand final and got absolutely obliterated. I think the high level of it and whatever maybe made him nervous, and maybe made him didn't perform as well as he possibly could have done. I might be wrong. I'm just basing that purely on that. I'm predicting an ExCaL win, but I mean, I think I'm probably predicting by like a 55-45 margin. That's what I'm doing. So let me see your predictions in the chat. We've got ExCaL, OE ExCaL in the top right with the purple. He is a USA Laser. Bottom left, we've got DK Crazy. He's got DK Crazy spelt backwards. He likes to change his name. Bit of a class clown, DK Crazy sometimes. He likes to just change it to absolutely anything, but in this case he's put it to DK Crazy backwards. We've got Gilet Demolition for him in the orange. We're on this new observer mode, so you can see more of the map. And hopefully the score is large enough for you on the top of the screen so you can see what the score is. We're on 0-0. First to win 7 games, and we've got an aggressive tunnel for Crazy going up on the south of the map, and then in the middle probably going to be another tunnel. By the way, Stonesy, shout out for the donation during the intro, the countdown. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. ExCaL knows there's a demo trap here, so there's a dose drop going to chase these workers away. DK Crazy has made it very prominent and well announced it that he has had no warm-up for this. He's not been playing Zero at all, so some people may take that, or is that an excuse in case he does lose, so you can say he didn't play, or has he really secretly been practicing maybe behind closed doors and actually is going to take this? Let's see. So ExCaL's boxes this dozer in the top right. It's also collecting from alternate piles, which I always say is really decent. ExCaL's now going to detonate the worker, and the worker's actually going to go flying. So DK Crazy is behind for the time being. Let's see if this TT hits, though. That could be really good. TT does hit. 2 RPGs and the technical going to go down as well, though. So I think it kind of balanced so far, because those Chinooks can still long distance collect, and if you do build another supply, you can get an extra Chinook, so your economy is even stronger over here. But yeah, will ExCaL move that dozer out? Because there has been a lot of dozer hunting in some games recently, not necessarily in the World Series. I'm not saying there has in the World Series, but there has been some dozer hunting in some of the challenges that we've watched recently. Don't forget to like the stream, by the way, if you're enjoying the World Series so far, enjoying the semi-final. Technical does go down there and picks off an RPG inside of it. And so far, this is looking like a more rocky start, I would say, for DK Crazy than like his games against Caro, for example. But some might argue that Caro wasn't playing his best in those games that we saw last in the quarterfinals. We've got ExCaL rushing across the map now with these 3 Vs and an ambulance. Crazy's desperately trying to drop down a demo trap, but I think that is a little bit too late. I think you have to say you prefer laser in this, so I think that ExCaL does have the stronger army. Crazy's trying to put a bit of harassment on here with 1 RPG. He is going to succeed, and now Crazy's moving out with his technicals. Crazy's going to come in from the back. Probably want to be careful at what point you engage this. At what point you engage this will literally decide whether you win or lose the game, probably. If you have a good engagement here and take out these Vs without them killing very much, you might actually succeed and win the game. and if it goes badly and you lose all of these techs and quads, then it might actually cost you the game. So technicals coming in from this side. ExCaL seems to be fully aware of this. 1V is taking a lot of damage. It's actually going to go down, but actually all of the technicals go down for Crazy so far. There is one other technical going to go down, another quad goes down, another V goes down, but ExCaL's still inside of Crazy's base, picking off some of the workers in the main supply. Chinooks here is still being harassed. One of them has gone extremely low, actually, and it looks like DK Crazy might be conceding this first game. He's lost pretty much all of his workers there. He's collecting with one. He's only got a few units out, but these Vs are still pretty full. Not completely fully loaded, but still got a decent number of missile defenders in there that are pushing Crazy's army back. Even behind this, ExCaL is just amassing units, so even if Crazy does deal with this next wave will just be difficult to deal with. I think this is going ExCal's way this first game. ExCal's already ready to capture the oil on the top top left. Doesn't have the capture upgrade though. And one missile defender goes down, two missile defenders go down. Crazy might actually hold on here. Don't know how he is holding on, but that... Oh no, he's not holding on. Okay, he's losing more workers. He's... Yeah, GG. He almost defeated this little army in his base. But, yeah, first game goes ExCal's way. So, yeah, definitely not looking as strong as probably in the previous game versus Caro. But I think ExCaL is one level up or a few levels up from the Caro's performance that time. So, going to give 1-0 to ExCaL first game. So we're going to make the second game. It will be the reverse. World Series, I think for the first time ever, is now random reverse. Whereas previously it's always been random or unless you agree. Is it if you agree a matchup or if you agree? Yeah, if you agreed random reverse. Otherwise you could have forced random. So a lot of people in the past have forced random. And that was kind of exciting in a way because... it meant literally anyone could get to the finals. Literally anyone could win it. Because if you come up against big size and you get air versus super weapon and air versus China a couple of times, that can lead you to 2-0 and you can easily take a set off a big pro. Some people may say that's unfair, but it just adds that bit of mystery to it. Like anyone could literally do it. Whereas random reverse, obviously very, very balanced. Usually the expert player is going to beat the weaker players. Okay, bottom left side, we've got ExCaL in the purple gilet demolition. Top right, we've got DK Crazy and the USA Laser. He said he needed a few games. He also did mention to me, made it very clear that before this, he tried to get a warm-up game and nobody wanted to play with him. I have no one to blame but Crazy for that if he hasn't warmed up. Even if you warm up in a skirmish or a network game or in the Humvee micro map, or you just warm up against any random noob on Game Ranger, that's definitely possible just to get your hands warm, even if you're not going to practice build orders or be spamming pro 1v1s that whole week. So there's no one to blame but Crazy for that. Whereas ExCaL, I believe, has been preparing, from what I gather, has been preparing quite diligently for this. So ExCaL dropping down arms dealer and a tunnel in his base, also a tunnel here. Crazy has handled this slightly differently because he's not actually boxed in his dozer. Probably you could say that's a bad mistake against ExCaL because it's probably ExCal's going to dozer hunt you. But I expect a similar game to before where that critical mass of Vs, not 3 ambulances, that would be a new meta. 3 Vs or 4 Vs and an ambulance push across the map and close down the war factory. That's generally what happens, and you can easily just go through here where my mouse cursor is and just take down that arms dealer. This dozer's camping outside this little building, little windmill building. Worker just chilling inside of there. Wonder what he's doing when he's inside of there. Playing some Monopoly or something. DK Crazy now picked off a worker here, so ExCal's being denied map control, and if Crazy can deny this, then ExCal's only got 2 tunnels in his base, and I don't think that is really that strong. To only have this one tunnel, this one aggressive tunnel, I don't think that's that strong. ExCal's trying to stop this dozer, but he's not going to succeed, actually. He's going to kill it, but he's actually not going to save his worker. They actually brought another worker, though, and he is going to scrap up his tech, so that worker is going to try and finish, but there's 2 Vs here now, and actually, if this pop-out goes badly, Crazy... Oh, my God, Crazy, what are we seeing from you, man? What are we seeing? He could have just ran over all that stuff, and he could have saved both Vs. He could have just ran over it. Is he going to be able to stop this worker? I honestly think what I said before about the nerves and whatever, I think that might be getting to Crazy. Or maybe it's just the fact he's not warmed up or whatever. But you could have crushed the RPGs there without even losing a single V. But he decided for a second to go back. Maybe he thought there'd be a terrorist inside of there. Whereas obviously for me, it's easier to see that the observer there's just RPGs. Maybe that's what he thought. But if he was paying attention, he shouldn't have lost the V there, really. Technical coming in from the back, and the TNT is probably going to hit. Is ExCaL paying attention? Ooh, he wasn't paying attention for a second, so Crazy maybe could have stopped that, but it is going to hit. ExCal's going to realize that there is only now one dozer, and it's not boxed in, so that'll be a prime target for ExCaL. No doubt there will be a dozer hunt coming. There is a technical coming out of ExCal's base now. Down the bottom of the map, that's probably going to have RPGs inside of it, maybe more terrorists, although they are here in his base. So I think that's going to be attack RPG, and I think it's either going to be doing some harassment or the dozer hunt or both. We've got a tunnel at the top being built now for ExCaL, but looks like DK Crazy does want to move out. I would be dropping down a fire base in the back of your base so you don't get counter-attacked, but actually you're just spamming more units. There's nothing wrong with spamming more units. It's just safer, I think, with a fire base. TNT comes in on the supply, and there is now a technical coming in. This one has to have RPGs inside of it, and Crazy is not paying attention here. He's gonna lose. Oh, it's a TNT, and it does kill. Oh, so Crazy's now without supplies, and everything now relies on these Vs. So it's going to be a battle of the micro of these Vs. Didn't go in my Chinook. Stupid game. Okay. Yeah, DK Crazy doesn't normally speak like this, I think. I don't think he even need... Does he normally talk? I honestly think that the nerves and the occasion has got to him a little bit. He seems to be acting out of character. I think, anyways. I might be completely wrong. TNT there is going to take out a V. GG from Crazy. This is just... I tell you, I reckon that the mental game gets to Crazy. He... The fact that he was mentioning before about the about not being able to warm up and not playing any games at all, you kind of would only be saying that stuff if you're kind of expecting or there's a big chance of you losing, and I think that's what's happened to Crazy. Because so far that's a complete... Well, I mean, how long was that? 4 minutes. 2-0 to ExCaL is the score. Mr. X in the chat says Crazy needs to get a bit of time. Have a bit of time to get on his level. Rador says the dozer hunt is incoming. Yep, it did. ExCal's gone offline. Maybe he's checking the replay. You see, he's typing things like this all the time. So, yeah, I honestly think if ExCaL was playing under a different name and Crazy didn't know it was him, like if he was playing under the name Caro or something else, I honestly believe Crazy would probably win or do a lot better. But because I honestly believe the mental game gets to him. I don't know the map pool. Choose any. See. Do we want to see Vendetta? Let's go on Snowy Drought. Because it's a bigger map. Usually you have more bigger, more macro-y games, so maybe that will change things. We've got USA GLA again. So similar to the previous one, we had demo and laser. Now we've got GLA for DK Crazy. In the south, in the orange color, and then in the north, USA Vanilla for ExCaL. I almost said Caro then. ExCaL in the purple. So yeah, what do you think about Crazy's comments about, like before the game started, he also said to me like, I literally have 0 chance, and then just then he says, looks like I have no chance. I honestly think the mental game might have broken Crazy, but let's see. Got workers going left and right from DK Crazy, also a worker down the middle. 2 supplies from ExCaL. He's going to try and box in his dozer, no doubt, but he has boxed his dozer outside of the box. But there's nothing wrong with that because there's no rush to get the barracks out. Got a dozer from ExCaL, going to probably scout for a worker here in the center. Got a tunnel on the right from Crazy. He has unfortunately not spotted the drone, so decent placement there from ExCaL. He's not plonked it right in the center of the base. He's actually done it a little bit further south. You would not normally expect a tunnel there, or is that because that's where the barracks is? He's dropped it over the barracks because there's no way a tunnel's going to be directly under the barracks. So actually very smart there from ExCaL. That probably not a lot of people realize or think about the drone placement, but it's massive. DK Crazy's got a terrorist here on the left side. I think Crazy needs to win a few engagements to get his confidence up, I reckon. If he just sends his technical and doesn't achieve anything with it, and then sends his next technical and doesn't achieve anything with it, I think it will only add to the fact that Crazy seems a little bit unconfident in these opening games. Worker going down at the far right of the map, and a technical coming in with some terrorists. He's actually going to kill the supplies. This is a decent start now from Crazy. He's killed a few rangers there, and he's also sending his technical back, but it does go down. So DK Crazy's got like almost 250 XP now. Important to kill the rangers when the building detonates, because you get the XP from that as well, and it does add up. But yeah, this tunnel over here, that could be big news. We've got ExCaL now going to drop some rangers in there to try and clear this out. We've got 2 technicals now down the left. Might pick off this dozer from ExCaL. The other one is one and truly boxed though, so there's no chance of that going down, I don't think. ExCal's dozer is going to get picked off. And ExCaL is inside of that bunker, because you can't tell with that bunker really. 1v does get picked off actually by the tunnel, and one dozer over there does get picked off. So Crazy having slightly better success than he did in the previous game. 2 more tunnels going up for Crazy in his base. Still got this forward tunnel here. So this is definitely a better opener for Crazy. He's building a quad now. David Kazim said, what happened to Curious? Curious is Tasmani, who got knocked out of this World Series by ExCaL. Right, got a quad down the left from Crazy. ExCaL has spotted it. These Chinooks have a big range, a big vision, so you can see this coming a mile off. And then maybe that is just a distraction, because now Crazy's coming in on this right-hand side. Maybe he's going to try and unload some stuff here and harass ExCaL a bit more. But remember, he is GLA. There's no third supply quick from DK Crazy. I think GLA needs to get on that around now, or maybe even 30 seconds ago, if you're to go strong into the late game. I don't think just on 2 supplies that you can survive that long. Well, unless you pick off loads of V's. So he does a big engagement here. 1 V going down. He's not targeting the right V here. You mean... He's made 2 Vs low, but so what? He needs to target the one that was actually already low. So a little bit of bad targeting there from Crazy. So ExCal's just chilling in his base now. Is he going to drop down a fire base and move out? That's probably what a lot of players would be thinking. Worker going to be dropped off at the top. Bit ambitious though. Could say it's a little bit ambitious. Going to probably keep ExCaL busy for probably the next 5 seconds, but more than that, probably you'd be lucky to achieve anything more than that. DK Crazy, is he going to cancel the tunnel? He does look like he cancelled it. He gets his money back, but there is no third supply yet. He's now on 2 arms dealers. He's going to be spamming loads of technicals. That is one option, but there's no reason why this supply couldn't have been taken. I don't think it would have hurt anything. Crazy's been doing that much. He has always been floating either like 1400 to 2k or something. So now third supply going up. So actually this position is looking a lot stronger than in previous games. Strategy Center now going up for ExCaL. He's not dropping down that fire base that I talked about. 2 Vs on the right, pretty defensive, but those Vs could be picked off by this amount of technicals. I can see a lot of orange on the map now, so all these technicals here. DK Crazy is also getting an oil and refinery, so this is looking like a much better performance. Maybe after those first initial games, maybe he is now fully warmed up. We've got a technical coming around. Ooh, is there a Terra Tech inside of that? Tech RPG. Probably looking for that dozer, but ExCaL has got it well protected. Probably could get a technical down the back or maybe down there, but other than that, it is pretty secure. Of course, the thing with USA is even though you take out the supply, the Chinooks can just long distance collect, so it's not actually that bad. But now DK Crazy's on his refinery. His technicals will be $50 cheaper, 10%, 500. So they're only costing $450 to make, and that's some cheap technicals considering you're on 3 supplies and the oil. Technicals coming in from all sides now on ExCaL, and ExCal's going to lose at least 1 V. 2 Vs. Ambulance probably going to go down as well. The next V is probably going to go down as well. So 3 Vs gone down so far. ExCaL's also losing the Chinook here. So the pressure from DK Crazy looking on point so far. Even Mr. X said in the chat, Crazy's not playing his normal style. Usually you would have seen a third supply as of a while ago. I agree, man, and I think it's these big tournaments and these big games and certain players, I believe it's a mental game, and I think it's not the first time. It's not the first time we've seen it. I'm not saying it only affects Crazy. This is how, like, Clan Wars, which is, like, kind of super relaxed compared to a big tournament. This is probably the biggest tournament of Crazy's life. Or anyone's life who's playing this for a 0 hour. Probably of any game as well, if anyone plays any other games. Maybe ExCaL's played big tournaments in StarCraft 2. I'm not 100%, but maybe that's how he's got his mental game a bit better. Because sometimes, yeah, mental game can affect it. So quads coming down the left, and another V gets picked off by these technicals. Another V going to go low, actually, and these quads actually might finish it. Yeah, the quads are going to finish it, and they're going to finish the missile defenders as well. Laserlock comes in from ExCaL, but probably not even going to take down one quad, maybe. Or the quads are low, but they can just go back now and repair. Is he going to send them back? Or is he just going to camp out on the top left? I think he's just going to camp out. ExCaL's got his oil, but now getting his refinery. Palace now being built for DK Crazy. A load more tunnels being dropped down for DK Crazy. He's on 4,500 quid. Or not quid, that's British. Dollars. 4,500 quid. That's his nickname for pounds in England. No tow missile upgrade from ExCaL yet, which is a bit weird. Usually you would see that by now, but maybe that's because he has lost so many Vs. He's trying to keep the V number up rather than upgrading to the tow missile. ExCaL is pushing forward now. He's losing some tunnels. DK Crazy is in the middle. The buggies are going to be coming out, but this is the weak point for DK Crazy because that Palace wasn't the quickest in the world. The buggies are just going to be coming out now with the Jarman, but is that enough to hold on against this? This push is going to be deadly. DK Crazy, oh, got A10 coming from ExCaL right across the map. We've got RPGs. We're doing some harassment, but ExCaL's managed to clear that up. Got quads pushing down the left, but ExCaL's now got search and destroy out. Palace goes down. Instant kill with the A10. One buggy's almost getting picked off. Sorry, one V's almost getting picked off. There is enough buggies queued up, though, to try and deal with this. So his technicals coming in from the back, as well as these buggies, and as well as the quads. I think DK Crazy is probably going to hold this. But how much damage is he going to take in the process? Jean-Michel is now out, so these missile defenders will all just get picked off. This is a decent hold from DK Crazy, considering that situation and the amount of pressure was on him. He has held this like a boss. MDs are getting picked off. And every one of them that's get picked off is probably going to take him to 1,500 XP. He's very, very close, whereas ExCaL's obviously on 2,000, or almost 2,200 XP. So Jean-Michel is just marching across the map in line with the missile defenders. There is a lot of buggies out there, so he did queue them all up before the Palace went down, which is a really smart thing to do. You don't want to be left in a situation where you don't have enough buggies out. That's probably enough to carry him until he does get the Palace back up. He wants to get the buggy ammo upgrade from this ASAP. ExCaL is under pressure on this left side. He's still being harassed. Chinook is going to escape. But remember, both players are on this refinery in oil, and I do favor GLA in that situation because once his Palace is back up, he's just going to have unlimited buggies out. Let's be real about how cheap they're going to be. It doesn't have the ammo upgrade, though. That is a big mistake from Crazy. I mean, he's had that black market for a while. Millard says that's the right currency. Quid. Yeah, it is. Just unfortunately not anyone else knows what it is apart from us and Cyprus. Is it Cyprus? Oh, I don't know where else uses pounds, actually. I don't think it is. No, it's not Cyprus, is it? It's not Cyprus. They're euros. What am I on about? Just us in England, I think. And Ireland. So this is looking pretty bad for ExCaL now. He has lost his his second supply. And DK Crazy, this is now looking like the more of the style of him. Colonel Burton is in the mix now. Is it going to take out some buggies? Probably. About 3 to 4k for both players. DK Crazy is still collecting from here, but only with 3 workers. Only with 4 workers on his main and only 3 workers there. So rookie mistakes really on the terms of the workers, but he does have enough money anyway, so maybe he just doesn't need it. ExCaL is now under pressure. He does have Pathfinders out. Colonel Burton is taking out the buggies from the back, and there is no AP ammo on these quads. He does have the money for it again, though, and he would have even more if he had more workers collecting as well. Pathfinder is going to clear this up, and ExCaL is desperately trying to hold on, so still give a massive economy advantage to DK Crazy, because Crazy stopped this supply and also stopped this, but these Vs are still really difficult to deal with. But with the buggies and the correct quad and buggy usage, he should be able to chip away at them, and this might be for DK Crazy's first game in the bag. Yeah, it's just a real shame just to see him collecting with 2 workers, even with worker shoes, man. Okay, so a bad engagement here really for ExCaL. He either concedes this area and loses collection from these crates, or he tries to engage it and he's lost 3 Vs so far. He's probably going to lose even more Vs. He's trying to clear this tunnel actually. He might actually succeed in pushing that away. But DK Crazy does have another one behind, so he can just pop. There is also a rebel ambush inside of the box of ExCaL. Pretty unorthodox, you could say. So rebel ambush is still chilling out. Got A10 coming in from ExCaL now. Going to try and take out this supply and a tunnel, I think. That's a really decent placement, actually, because it does take out both down to the hole. If he'd have done it properly, could he have killed one or the other? But did he just want to take it down to the hole? Whoa! Capture upgrade, obviously, from Crazy, and he's actually forced to sell on that supply, which is a smart thing to do. Not a lot of people would think to do that, actually. Normally, most people would just get the bounty. There is a Colonel Burton here. Needs to be careful, though, because the quads can take it out. It does have AP ammo now as well. First V does go down.
I love you. XXXXXX.
Thanks for the donation, man, whoever that is. I love you, Rich. For anyone who doesn't know, Rich is my real name. So that's why. So I think ExCaL is going down here. He's only got 2 Vs out now. He's lost so much here. DK Crazy putting in a beast of a performance here. It had a bit of a slow start, and I think like people said in the chat, he would have been on his 3rd supply by like the 4th or 3rd minute or whatever we were at when we were talking about it. But DK Crazy's was a little bit slower. But ExCaL is kind of confined. He is still collecting from here, so he does have that going for him. He's got his oil and refinery. He's still got a strategy center. Colonel Burton and this V are working pretty good wonders, considering the situation. V does get picked off, and there is more control now for DK Crazy in the middle. You know what I would really like to see from DK Crazy? He's actually getting that build in there, because it's a free junk repair, and he had the rebels anyway. He's got the rebels here, so all you have to do is select the rebel, click here, and you've got a free junk repair. Crazy's also now sniped a dozer, so he's going to get power for himself. So this is now good for Crazy, and I think things like this will also increase Crazy's confidence. I'd like to see his main supply sold, so the workers actually transition, because he's collecting with 3. But these constant quad pops with the buggy are just sniping these Vs apart, and it's not looking good for ExCaL. Maybe DK Crazy wants to think about a TNT on these oil and refinery to make the game a little bit quicker. But he is just picking apart ExCaL at this point. So ExCaL is determined to try and push this back, but now DK Crazy is expanding. This is the proper DK Crazy style. This point in the game, this is kind of what you expect. The supply there going down. All the Schnooks have been taken down. I think ExCaL will probably fight to the death, but it might be pretty pointless at this point. I think DK Crazy is safe to say he's going to take this one. ExCaL is close to 5 stars, so he does have that going for him. So I think with USA, you'll have the Leaflet, Fuel Air Bomb. You'll probably get another level of A10 maybe. So ExCaL somehow is managing to clear out this top left. He's now building the supply there as well. But Crazy's now getting in the main base of ExCaL. Actually, I say the main base is kind of this little kind of hill plateau thing, and he's going to try and take out the oil. He's going to succeed, and ExCaL has now managed to push Crazy out of his base. So even when things looking grim, ExCaL is still showing as it is possible to reclaim your base, and that's what he has done for now. But is it going to be enough though? Because Crazy's now expanded to this supply. Still got his refinery, still got his oil, whereas ExCaL has now lost his oil. So yeah, ExCaL now going to lose the refinery. He's choosing not to fight that. He's going to try and clear this out anyway. I can hear Rebel Ambush again. And that's probably going to, yeah, just kill the strategy center. That's the problem with boxing. I suppose the Rebel Ambush actually does pretty well. DK Crazy is also in the top left. So ExCaL currently can't collect anything. He's on 2k. Nice laser locks there from ExCaL, but I really think he's fighting such a hard uphill battle. I probably would give him about 5% chance of winning this, maybe even less. There is a fuel air bomb or something coming across the map, and maybe it's the Leaflet actually. DK Crazy spotted it, and he's just gone in. So it's disabled his workers. GG from ExCaL. Valiant attempt, pushing, trying to get the victory, but DK Crazy does manage to take that one. 2-1 is the score. Can DK Crazy win the reverse? I think it's very possible. I think it's a very balanced matchup. USA needs to win in kind of the mid game when you do that mid push down the center of the map. That's the point when you need to win. That's the point when you need to do the damage. I'm tempted to say to DK Crazy, like, collect him with 2 workers or collect him with 3 workers. But I'm not going to interfere with the games or whatever. Just, it hurts my eyes to see it. Okay, so jumping into game number 4. We now have ExCaL in the south with the purple GLA Vanilla. And then in the north, on Snowy Drought, we are with DK Crazy in the orange USA Vanilla. Puya in the chat said that I mentioned junk repair at least one time in every stream. Yeah, I do, man, because it means imagine all of your army can heal at all times, even without inside a tunnel, at all times, even without an ambulance. It's a massive game changer, and I see people not getting it. I play 2v2s and pro players in my team don't get it, even though it's right in their base. It's a massive massive game changer, so of course I'm going to mention it. It's not like I'm talking about these barrels on the hill that mean nothing. That's a game changer. That's the difference between winning an engagement or winning a game and not that. We've got Dozer drop from Crazy. He's going to drop on this right side, and this worker is going to be caught out of position because normally people go near these buildings so you can go inside of it. ExCaL trying to drop a tunnel and a worker in a weird position there, but I don't think it's foolproof though. I think DK Crazy will be able to get it, but the tunnel's going to be pretty complete. Yeah, he is able to get it. I can show you a foolproof place that I actually came up with just by practicing, and that is in this corner here. And I actually won a tournament or won a game with it once against Firelord. Inside of there, you can build a tunnel on here in a specific way. I'll make a video on it one day. That tunnel for ExCaL does go down, and ExCaL does not have much map control. He has 2 safe tunnels in his base, as well as this one in the middle. He's probably going to try and drop down another one as aggressive as possible. GLA, for anyone who's maybe new to the game or whatever, GLA needs to cause damage to the USA in the beginning. There is a Dozer here, and don't want to put that really near ExCaL. There is RPGs, and now DK Crazy is going to get the crush. That is a decent start for DK Crazy. Denying the tunnel. denying the tech RPG, killing all the RPGs. That's a real strong opener for DK Crazy. It looks like his confidence may be a little bit back now. We've got a technical coming into Crazy's base, and there is no movement on these Vs, so I have no sympathy if he loses any, but I think the... Ooh. How many terrorists was that? Because I could have sworn that looked like 3, unless... Yeah, I think that was 3. I think ExCaL forgot to put 1 inside, unless 1 died without me seeing. But that, to me, looked like 3. So far, DK Crazy having a strong opener here. This Dozer needs to be careful, because ExCaL's next wave will probably be this mass tech RPG that we've seen from him many times. So anyone... Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. We're seeing ExCaL slip behind here in this game, I think. All of his attacks so far not done very well. And then his workers all going down there. Got a big tech RPG push inside of Crazy's base. Probably going to stop him collecting there. But what he can do now is collect from there whilst pushing down the center of the map, which he already is doing. So this is a decent position for DK Crazy. It's just what he must do now is continue the push and not go back. If he goes back, he's probably throwing away his big advantage. He is going back. Oh, I don't know if that's the greatest idea. See, at that point, some pros would have probably gone south to finish the base and probably just long distance collect from here instead. But some people would have gone back. In Crazy's instance, he has gone back, but I'm not sure it's the best idea. He's going to stop one tunnel, but is he going to be able to stop the other tunnel anyway? If he does clear this up, maybe he's not in that bad of a position, but he's going to allow both tunnels to get up. So now he's straight away back on the defensive, despite him being in a winning position. In my view, he could have just pushed the GLA base there and probably just won the game, but of course might be wrong, just speculating. Technical coming down the left-hand side. Crazy's trying to fight these tunnels. 1 does go down, actually, and Crazy's now losing the supply to a Terror Tech on the left. That tunnel's in an awkward position. You could get inside it. Oh, he is inside of that, actually. So... Okay, Crazy only on $100. Crazy's bringing his Chinooks over to this side of the map. And 1 V is going to go down. He's choosing to engage this tunnel, and he's probably going to lose another V as well. So the control on these V has not been perfect so far. Technical is escaping. I'm not sure what that's got inside of it, but Crazy's Chinooks, what the hell are they doing here, man? So Crazy does clear this all up, but now ExCaL is on the collecting with 4 workers there, 5 workers there. Doesn't have that much map control. Crazy is forcing this away. Tunnel going up there on the right side, another supply for ExCaL. But this is probably going to be a point of weakness for ExCaL now, trying to hold against these Vs, and he doesn't have any of his own aggression out on the map. Rangers coming in to capture the oil in the refinery. There was a Terror Tech probably here. Oh, does need to be super careful. ExCaL not paying attention to that. I think he was controlling back somewhere else. So actually, this is going to be hard to hold now. I'm struggling to see how ExCal's going to hold that. And then meanwhile, Crazy's building another supply on the left. Is ExCaL going to try counter-attack here, or is Crazy going to take this game? It all comes down to this engagement. If Crazy wins this engagement, he wins the game. So the V's coming in now. Technicals are right there, though. 1 V does get picked off. 1 or 2 technicals have gone down so far. Nice unload. I think Crazy's going to take this one, because 1 technical's getting it. Lays locked, and 2 technicals do escape, 1 extremely low. ExCaL is going to lose his 3rd supply on the right. He has a demo trap here in the middle. Maybe that could help him, because there are no drones with this V army. There are drones now, but he needs to be super careful. He is paying attention. Demo trap does go down. He's going to stop this tunnel here as well. ExCaL sending 3 workers to the far right side. Technical coming in probably with terrorists inside of it. So ExCal's in a difficult situation now. What does he do from here? Does he... Well, I mean, he's got 3,200, so he could have easily probably got the oil in the refinery. by now. It's not like by building a couple of rebels and whatever, but he's probably been worrying mainly about trying to hold on against that V army. Sometimes it can throw you off, and obviously defending is more important than spending your money and macroing up at that point. Like, because if he'd lost that engagement, he probably could have just gone out of the game. Crazy's now going to push down the left-hand side. He's also going to get this bunker on the left. Just provides a nice little bit of defense, or a bit of extra defense. He's got technical coming straight down the middle from ExCaL, and is he going to go for the Dozer Hunt? He's going to go for a Terror Tech, and it's actually going to get stopped as well. So more engagements going in Crazy's favor. Strategy Center going up. Command Center now finished. He's on 4,500-ish. As his oil and refinery, his ExCaL doesn't. So everything's going in Crazy's favor so far. So I suppose just playing it more safe. Maybe the riskier move was to push down the middle before. Palace going down for ExCaL. Big engagement here of techs, and I don't know if there's any RPGs inside of there, so this engagement probably will be GG for ExCaL. You can't lose that many things just for 1v. GG from ExCaL. It's going to equalize to 2-2. That kind of makes me happy in a way, because I'd rather see a close series rather than a 7-0. It doesn't really affect me or matter to me too much who wins. I just want to see some absolutely epic games and want everyone to enjoy it. So the fact that it's gone to 2-2 rather than 4-0, I'm happy with that result. So yeah, seems like Crazy's either got back into his swing, maybe now realized ExCaL maybe is not as strong as he thought. He is human after all. He can be taken down, or did ExCaL just not play as well there, or I don't know. Let me know what you think. What you think happened. Okay, ExCaL's map choice. There do so. Here's the map. Gile Mirror, Gile and Demo. I'm quite looking forward to this, to be honest. I think DK Crazy is pretty good at Gile Mirrors, and it tends to be the longer, more macro-y games. And I've seen some good, strong performances from him before, like in the Caro games, especially on Sand Scorpion. So in the north, we've got OE ExCaL in the purple with the GLA Vanilla. In the south, we've got Demolition in the orange for DK Crazy. So we got supply going up for DK Crazy, never supply going up for DK Crazy. Very, very standard. You would never see one supply in a Gile Mirror, really. Oh man, what are we seeing here? This is a huge mistake from ExCaL. Maybe the pressure's now getting to him. Not dropping down your supply, whereas he's on 90 and 40% in his semi-finals of the biggest tournament. Ooh. That's just a slight oversight from ExCaL. That's going to set him behind economically pretty badly. He's dropping down the barracks there. I don't know if that's a fake. I don't know if we can see fakes in observer mode or not. Demo trap going down for Crazy. Ooh, does kill both workers. They go flying into the stratosphere. Are they going to land together? That'd be pretty cute. Oh no, Crazy's landed literally inside of the building. Not even on the roof, just literally gone inside of the building. Two tunnels going to get up for either player here. Sorry, a single tunnel for either player. Crazy does have good control of the map though. He's going to get a tunnel on the right, and he's going to get this tunnel on the left. And I don't think ExCal's going to be quick enough to stop this, unless he's preparing a Terror Tech to take out that tunnel. But ExCal sent an RPG here. We'll see Crazy is here. We've got a tunnel probably going to be built on the back of ExCal's base if ExCal's not paying attention. Technical comes straight down the middle for ExCal. Terror Tech there does get stopped if DK Crazy's Terror Tech from ExCaL is probably going to hit here. This is going to be bad news. Oh, he's dropped off one terrorist, and now he's dropped off the other four. Does still not kill it, though, interestingly. Sometimes that happens when the terrorists bunch up. So both Terror Tech's not working out for both players. DK Crazy's dropping down another arms dealer. That looks like a fake. The way it's building a lot faster. So DK Crazy's going to be on more units. ExCal's only collecting on 3 workers in his main supply and only 4 workers on his left supply. DK Crazy also only collecting with 4 here, but he probably did. Did he lose one or not? I don't think he even lost one. Sneaky worker from ExCaL is going to push on this left-hand side. The thing about this map is because it's really wide and there's lots of open space, it's difficult to stop all of the tunnels. We've got a big push of technicals here from ExCaL now. And are there going to be RPGs inside there? I think there will. So a big push from ExCaL here. It reminds me of kind of a player called Roll and his playstyle. He'll kind of do this in a GLA mirror. This is applying the pressure now to DK Crazy because he needs to stop that tunnel. Otherwise, he's going to have a nightmare dealing with it. He's got this tunnel to deal with as well. And then DK Crazy is going to lose some workers here. Loses 2 workers, 3 workers, 4 workers gone down. And 2 tunnels are going to be in his base, as well as this one. That's 3 tunnels inside of DK Crazy's base that he's going to have to deal with. Only collecting with 3 workers still. He's dropped down another barracks. GG from DK Crazy. And that's not as long as a game as I expected. ExCaL taking that one pretty quickly and convincingly. So just going to update the score. We have got 3-2 for ExCaL. Remember, it's a best of 13. So this means first to win 7 games. We're already 5 games in, and the stream's only... Oh, the games have only been going for an hour. So actually, that's pretty quick. No super long games yet. Okay, we're going to go back on Deduso. Okay, jumping into game number 6, we have DK Crazy in the north this time with a GLA Vanilla in the orange. In the south, we've got OE ExCaL with the purple GLA Demolition. Now, I think that GLA Vanilla is stronger in this matchup in the early game, early to mid game, and then I think later on Demo kind of takes over because you've got more powerful scuds, you've got more powerful scud launchers. You've got more powerful terrorists. You've got the demo upgrade and demo bikes, demo rebel ambush. But earlier on, you've got more expensive vehicles. So I think it does kind of balance out. And if GLA Vanilla does get enough quads out of AP ammo, it can just stop all the demo bikes from even reaching your army in the first place. So yeah, let's see who is going to take this game. We've got a similar open to before with a tunnel from each player in the middle. Tunnel on the right side probably going to be built by ExCaL. Probably going to be a tunnel on the right side. Terrorist here from DK Crazy is going to push that worker away. Got a worker straight down the middle of the map. From DK Crazy, maybe just build something inside of ExCaL's base. That could be a possibility. Tunnel probably going to be constructed here, but is DK Crazy just going to spot that worker and stop it before it does succeed? There is still a worker here from ExCaL, and it's not going to be stopped by that terrorist. He's going to be worrying about this worker instead. So that tunnel in the middle is going to get up, but it does kill the worker and the RPGs inside of it. So actually, it caused quite a bit of damage there, and it's going to be a tunnel right in the back of DK Crazy's base. Sorry, ExCaL's base that ExCaL's not even realized about. Just by this a simple worker just going across the map. ExCaL's probably going to... Oh, that's interesting. 1 terrorist popped out. It's going to take down 1 technical. Terrorist not going to succeed in getting to the arms dealer. So I think this may go in DK Crazy's favor because this tunnel here is going to be deadly. How is ExCaL going to deal with this tunnel as well as all this map control from the GLA? 3rd supply going down for DK Crazy. That's more of his style. And now ExCaL's feeling the pain from this tunnel already. DK Crazy just weirdly attacking the supply rather than just killing the workers. That's a little bit weirder, I think. Attacking the supply with a technical, and now ExCaL's managed to save all of his workers. Why did the technical not just go in the worker line? Technical here from DK Crazy going to go inside of ExCaL's base. It's going to be chased away though. He's got a pretty low HP, and there is a building here that might take it out. Okay, first quad pop from DK Crazy. He's also on his third supply now, making his workers. He's still pumping out the quads. ExCaL does manage to do a successful TNT, and Crazy's popped his army out here. Needs to bring a worker to repair that tunnel, because if that tunnel goes down whilst the army's out, the army's not able to go back inside of the tunnel. So this is a big moment here for both players. Can ExCaL hold against this push inside of his base with this tunnel? Something crazy, Size likes to do actually is build a tunnel right inside of your base. But why is he not bringing a worker with it? All the worker has to do is just put 2 workers from there inside of there, pop out of here, and just start repairing it. Because it's dangerous leaving it in that situation, because your army might get trapped outside. If your RPGs get left alone, they're all going to go down. So Crazy's now going in. Maybe he just wants to play a bit more of a macro game and let ExCaL just worry about this a bit more rather than reinforcing it. Terrorists here on the right, kind of just chilling. Got a technical coming through the middle for ExCaL. Another barracks being dropped down for ExCaL, even though he had one there. It's a bit strange. Crazy going to lose some workers here to this technical. But ExCal's got another pop in his base to deal with. This is not a Fargo pop. This is a DK Crazy pop. He's got a super tech, 2 super techs, a load of RPGs, and a quad. Going to try and take out the supply. Again, targeting the supply rather than targeting the workers. I think it's safer to just kill the workers because they go down so quick. But ExCal's now going to try and push this back. He's got his own quads. There's so many, the 2 super techs with so many RPGs inside of there. Don't know if it's wise to engage that. ExCaL could just lose the game right here. But ExCaL is pushing this back. He's taking out 1 quad. 1 super tech goes down. The other super tech is extremely low. No, the super tech does go back inside the tunnel. But I just don't understand why. Where's the worker, Crazy? This is really weird for me to see this. Because now ExCal's probably what? He's just going to take down the tunnel. And that's a big advantage for Crazy. He's just thrown away. He's still got the 3rd supply, and he's probably going to get his oil very soon. But having that tunnel and that in the base, that's probably a game ender there if you kept that alive. But yeah, Crazy not choosing to reinforce it. To take out a worker on the left-hand side. Tunnel is going to be denied. He does have a tunnel back here though. Crazy's going to clear out the middle, so he's going to have all the map control. So GLA Vanilla coming out on top in both of these things. That's what I said about in the early to mid game. GLA Vanilla, I think, has the advantage. You have to say that. Apart from the terrorists, are better for demo. It's the only big advantage really for demo in the early game. I suppose demo traps as well. Demo traps, but on a big wide open map like this, you can probably say that demo traps aren't going to do a lot unless you place them in amazing places. So technical from ExCaL is going to charge through the center of the map again. This is looking like a distraction, so that ExCaL can do a push of his own through the middle. He needs a toxin tractor though if he is going to succeed here. This technical doesn't have anything inside it. It is just a distraction, so ExCaL can take a bit of control back here. DK Crazy now going for the oil on the right. Does come in. He's going to try. ExCal's going to try and stop the middle oil, but I think this one's going DK Crazy's way. I think it's going to go to 3-3. Because with this much control, he's now on 4 supplies, 2 oil advantage. Well, 2 supply advantage, 2 oil advantage. Maybe DK Crazy could get the artillery platforms on the sides since he's got the rebels out with the capture upgrade already. Got to remember that this was ExCal's map pick. DK Crazy will pick the next map. Big push here of quads from DK Crazy, pushing ExCaL back. Tunnel goes down for ExCaL. And I think GG might be imminent if this pushes into the base of ExCaL. No, it's not. It's going back. But DK Crazy is just left with all the map control. So he's left with the middle oil. The right side oil. He's getting the artillery platform now. Technical from ExCaL. Down the left. Maybe he's going to drop off a worker. And maybe that's how he can change the game, is by dropping off a worker and doing a big pop on one of these supplies. Maybe that's how he can get back into it. But right now he is definitely behind. I'd say like 75-25 behind ExCaL, I think. ExCaL doing a pretty good job at harassing workers, though. That's one thing he has been good at. Ooh, that bunker is pretty fully loaded, and DK Crazy just sent his entire army into a tunnel with a fully loaded bunker. He does stop the oil. I think the favor is still in terms of DK Crazy, but that massive engagement there. Whoa. ExCaL's killed a ton of stuff. Crazy's creeping down the right-hand side of the tunnels. So ExCaL's going to have more pressure again in his base on the right side very, very soon. Crazy gets a couple of terrorists picked off, and he's building his first black markets. We've got 2 black markets going down for DK Crazy. Only 4 workers collecting in his main. He's got no workers here because they were all picked off. Crazy does pick out off the technical now and revealed that he's gone buggies. But ExCaL's still not even anywhere near a palace, and he's going to collect this oil on the left. But I just think he's way behind. Even that worker there is idle, so he's only got 4 workers collecting there. That looks idle as well, so he's only got 4 workers collecting there. I mean, at this point in the game, when you're behind, you need everything going for you. And right now, ExCaL is under pressure on this right side as well. This supply is probably going to go down, especially when these buggies like get upgraded, and if he upgrades the AP ammo as well. Crazy's still collecting from the middle. He's still got the oil in the middle. He's only collected with 2 workers there. Second supply going down for ExCaL. There's a Terratech or something coming in, I think. But I'm not sure that's really going to succeed against quads like this. Crazy does have the command center now with the bounty. There's the command center for Crazy. Big pop here from ExCaL, and he actually might succeed in pushing this back from DK Crazy at the moment. But the Terratech just gets stopped. ExCaL trying that a lot, actually, these Terratechs. And now these buggies from long range can just take out these quads of ExCaL. ExCaL's going to fight to the death. It seems, but this game is slipping more and more in terms of Crazy's favor. ExCaL's trying a little bit of a push here, but there's so many buggies to deal with. Has ExCaL got the bounty and the command center? He doesn't have the command center. I don't know if he selected the bounty. Maybe he's built a command center and then dropped it. But he's Crazy only collecting with 2 workers here. Maybe that's all he needs. Maybe he only needs 2 workers. Only collecting with 2 workers here as well. He has pulled a few of them away to build stuff, so maybe that's why. Another Terratech from ExCaL is going to fail again. ExCaL's thrown away so much money by these failed Terratechs ever since the beginning. GG thrown down from both players. This game goes in favor of DK Crazy. So a very close series so far. ExCaL winning the first 2, then DK Crazy winning the next 2, bringing it to 2-2, and then again 1 apiece there, so that takes you to 3-3 in total. Remember, in total prize pool money for this tournament, there is over $2,010, so it is massive. Even if you, I think, even if you lose this game, even if you lose this set and play for 3rd place, there is still a decent amount of money to be won for that. So, yeah, massive money. And obviously, the winner of this will at least get 2nd place in the World Series. So, yeah, the winner of this. The winner of this will face off against either Boyka or Vivid. DK Crazy's map choice, but he's always been asking me to choose for him. So I'm going to choose... Do I choose Sand Scorpion? Just say I'm good at that. Do I want to see Sand Scorpion? Let's go Sand Scorpion. China Mirror on Sand Scorpion. You're not going to see a reverse of this, by the way. World Series rules. China Mirror. Interesting stuff. We've got ExCaL on the bottom right with the purple China Vanilla. Top left, we've got DK Crazy with the orange China Vanilla. Very, very interesting. I love China Mirrors. Are we on for an epic game here? Probably we are. So yeah, I'm expecting 2 supplies out of both players, but will DK Crazy go for a fast oil capture? It looked like he's sending a dozer straight to the middle of the map. Is he going to try and do some crazy all-in rush? Or is he going to get the oils? He's going to get the oils, but by doing a barracks in the middle of the map. Please tell me DK Crazy... Yeah, he does know about them supply crates. Because Crazy's lazy, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's never seen this map before and doesn't know about them supply crates. Does look like he's done it a little bit close, but it might still be the perfect supply placement. This... Ooh, he cancelled the barracks and now building a war factory. Whereas ExCaL has just done 2 war factories. So very different build orders from both players here. And now Crazy dropping down... well, it's actually not that different, really. But DK Crazy is going to have a better aggressive position with this first unit that comes out here. ExCaL now sending a dozer towards his left-hand side. DK Crazy's war factory at the back is a bit more defensive. So yeah, which build order do you prefer here? I don't really like the position of this too much. I think it's a little bit risky. DK Crazy's sending a dozer across the map. I just think this is a little bit weird. If this GAT and the outpost react accordingly, they should be able to stop that flamer. DK Crazy is going to try and take out this outpost. The flamer is going to chase the outpost away. And DK Crazy's dozer has been spotted over here building this barracks. GAT does get through though. Maybe DK Crazy wants to drop down a bunker here. Maybe that's what his plan is. Crazy's going to try and stop... Oh no, he has stopped the outpost. That's actually not even his outpost. He's going to send that outpost back north. And on the left hand side we've got an outpost. Going to meet an outpost. Crazy's dropping down another barracks. Crazy's dropping down a bunker here. But is there going to be 2 tank hunters? You need minimum 2 to stop a flamer. Ideally you want 3. But that bunker's not going to be quick enough. There is a GAT inside of DK Crazy's base that he needs to deal with. Oh, maybe DK Crazy's trying to do too much here. Don't know if you've got enough money to be dropping down all these bunkers and these barracks, as well as spamming out of 2 war factories. Not sure if you have, but let's see. The GAT in the back of the base has been cleared up successfully. He did lose 1 truck though. This flamer in the middle from ExCaL is getting picked off by the GAT and the outpost, and this flamer on the right has picked off the well, the dozer's gone down to the help of the outpost, but the bunker's gone down and the barracks has gone down. So I think in terms of what's gone down so far, probably have to say the favor is in terms of ExCaL. He hasn't lost anything economically either. He's dropping down a supply on this left side. ExCaL now pushing forward with a flamer and an outpost on the top. A flamer for DK Crazy is going to be stopped by this this outpost here. Big outpost push from ExCaL now, straight down the middle. He's not upgraded to a propaganda center or an airfield or anything like that. DK Crazy is now losing this war factory. GG thrown down from Crazy. A lot of these games are real fast, you know. 3 minutes 27 for a China Mirror on Sand Scorpion. Really, really fast. Do you like that build order that DK Crazy did? Or do you think a little bit risky, a little bit weird, trying to drop down barracks everywhere as well as spamming out of 2 war factories? I think 2 war factories, 2 supplies is just the more safe all-round build order in any China Mirror on any map, as long as you've got 2 supplies. But yeah, that one going in favor of ExCaL. So that's 4-3 now. ExCaL will now choose the map. There will be no reverse. I thought there is a front supply. ExCaL now wants Tournament Desert. TD No Bugs Cars is the edition, I believe. Okay, and we've got Stealth versus Inf. Quite a balanced matchup, I think it's fair to say. We've got Stealth for ExCaL in the south in the purple. And in the north, we've got China Infantry for DK Crazy in the orange. So yeah, I think this is a very balanced matchup. Probably close to 50-50. Maybe 55-45 in terms of stealth, maybe 60-40 at the very most. but infantry is super, super strong. I think some people actually prefer to play infantry. Some people probably prefer to play stealth. I think if you play it absolutely perfectly, I think stealth should win in the long run, in a long game. But in the mid game, infantry is very, very strong at pushing down any side, and just if he gets close to your arms dealer, kind of like USA. If he does any big damage or breaks through at any point and gets closes down your arms dealer, it becomes very, very difficult. DK Crazy going for 2 supplies and a war factory and a barracks. ExCaL dropping down 2 supplies, 2 defensive tunnels, arms dealer, very, very standard. Sending 1 terrorist forward. I'm probably going to try and get in the supply line of DK Crazy. Crazy bunkering in the supply. That's a really decent supply placement. Not easy to get it perfect because the terrain there is a little bit messed up. And he's dropping down a bunker on this left side. Is he going to get mines there? Because I think if you do this bunker placement here, you probably need mines there as well. Flamer's going to take out this terrorist. Terrorist not paying attention. Maybe could have force fired the ground and got the kill on the Flamer. A tunnel on the far right side for ExCaL. Flamer going to go down the right hand side. He's just going to flame all that side. That's a possibility. He's done mines on his war factory, expecting maybe a TNT. TNT's coming down this left though. And is he just going to hit that supply? Oh, he has got mines on it. So he's got mines and everything, expecting a TNT. There's there's mines on the dozer. Oh, sorry, not on the dozer. Or mines on the dozer. Mines on the barracks as well. RPG's trying to pop open the outpost, but importantly, he has not detonated any mines. So ExCaL does not expect the mines there. But ExCaL is dropping down an aggressive tunnel inside of DK Crazy's base. And Crazy does need to stop that, and fast as well. Even if it just means getting them and walking them across, I think he does need to do that. Crazy's anticipating that he's going to lose. He's going to lose the power because he's already dropping down another one. And this bunker here might get cancelled. Not cancelled, actually. Terrorist is going to be dropped off. Dozer's going to be sniped. So yeah, Crazy's expecting to lose this power, so he's dropping down another one. Flamer pushing down the right, but there is already 2 tunnels there from ExCaL. ExCal's now pushing with this tech RPG army that he's got now inside of DK Crazy's base. And the power is going down. Might as well sell that now before it goes down. You don't want to give ExCaL the XP. Is he going to sell it? Probably not. I'm just not impressed by some of DK Crazy's decisions. Like, why would you just let that die? Not get the $500 back? I'm not quite sure. Maybe he's paying attention over here, but the Flamer does get taken out. Yeah, Crazy has allowed this tunnel to get up in his base and now is in a difficult situation. Tech RPG. Oh! The propaganda center, I think it got cancelled in time. Outpost did get picked off. Technicals do go down. Both technicals go down. So now these RPGs can be cleared up. But there will be loads of quads, no doubt, behind this. Not sure how many he's got so far. But ExCaL does need to protect these RPGs, because without the RPGs, the quads are kind of hard to deal with the outposts. So ExCaL pushing now with the quads. He's picking off some infantry. He's going to lose 1 quad though, but did pick off a load of tank. And it's probably quite an even trade so far, but I think DK Crazy is going to be able to push this back. He's got some of his infantry outside of these outposts, so he's going to have some of his infantry picked off, but now ExCaL can't pop out of that because he will just lose all of his army. Yeah, decent defense-ish from Crazy. Probably the only main thing I wasn't happy with was just the fact that he didn't sell off the power. I just thought that was a bit weird. Could have got you for an extra $500, but maybe he just wanted to delay ExCaL getting his base. He was keeping ExCaL busy killing the power. Maybe that's why. Outposts does get picked off, and that's bad for infantry. You don't want to have too many outposts picked off because that decreases your mobility considerably. Command center going down for Crazy. Oil capture come in for ExCaL on the left. ExCaL sending a technical and probably going to be a dozer hunt maybe. He's dropping off a worker and he's coming around this side to try and hit the dozer, but is he going to succeed? He's going to be close. He does succeed. Dozer hunt comes in. DK Crazy is now in a world of trouble. He needs to now push everything across the map. Some people will keep that command center. I personally like to just cancel it and get the extra money and just pump everything across the map, and he needs to try and win now. ExCaL's already dropping down a palace. There's going to be a DoMiNaToR soon, and it's a typical style from ExCaL, to be honest. Pick off the dozer and then camp with a DoMiNaToR and a million tunnels, and it probably will work in this situation because Crazy's on a big time limit now. Yeah, every second that goes by, every percentage closer that palace gets. When DoMiNaToR's out, that's going to be hard to deal with, and angry mobs as well. And Crazy is relentless with the attack. So far, he's doing really well in clearing out the middle. He has cleared out a lot of the middle so far. He's now pushing forward with his Flamer and Outpost army, which is very, very decent. Losing another outpost here, so he's lost a lot of outposts throughout this. He's flaming his own stuff here. He's flaming a lot of his own stuff. Oh, I think he's killed his entire army with the Flamer. Oh, what did I just see? I think he's killed his entire army with the Flamer. I think that's cost him the game. It actually wasn't looking that bad for a second. He was actually doing real good pushing him forward, but I think that flaming his own army, we'll maybe have to add that to Urban Dictionary. DK Crazy Flame or something. Yeah, but it wasn't looking that bad. I mean, it was probably going to be over anyway because this palace is going to, obviously, a Jarman and the angry mobs that are going to be coming is going to be so difficult to deal with. But the moment he's just flamed his entire army, I think he's just sealed the deal. He might not be able to win now. It's going to continue pushing forward with these outposts regardless, though. ExCaL does have enough quads out, though, to probably deal with this. I mean, these two forward tunnels might get pushed back, and he might have to rely on the angry mob or the Jarman that's coming out next. Let's see. ExCaL, of course, does have his oil, so his economy is decent. He's only got like $1,000-ish, though. DK Crazy is continuing to push forward. He's got more outposts behind this. He's spending all of his money. He's going to be mined out there soon, so maybe he does want to cancel the command center. DoMiNaToR is now out, but that's a bad time. Why wasn't DoMiNaToR dropped? Ooh, DoMiNaToR's gone down, and that could be a game changer, actually. Because I thought there was a further back barracks, but apparently there wasn't. That's good timing for Crazy. So I think if Crazy didn't flame his whole army before, he probably definitely would win this. But even now, it's still looking like he might win. Because that barracks is going to get shut down again, and I don't think without that Jarman, I don't know if ExCaL can hold this. He does have a lot of quads, though. Maybe the quads in the palace can hold it. Another barracks being dropped down there by ExCaL. It's on 17%. Big blob of quads here, and there's another wave of outposts coming from DK Crazy. He's got 5k, so he does have enough money, but I think he's stopped for a time being spamming outside of that barracks. You don't really want to stop the spam at any point in this situation. You've even got 2 barracks, so you could even have more. On the right side, though, ExCaL's going to lose these tunnels. There's a lot of minigunners inside of there, it sounds like. Maybe anticipating there's going to be more angry mobs. And DK Crazy's stopping all of the barracks. I don't think there's time for even an angry mob or even maybe a terrorist to get out of there. And even if he does, the minigunners inside of here will just take it out. So ExCaL's looking in a desperate situation again. ExCaL's lost all of the right side of the map. He still has that bunker there, but I don't think that amounts to much at this point. ExCaL dropping down more tunnels in his base. He has this big blob of quads. But can he really move out against this army? He is moving out, and he's going to lose 1 quad, 2 quads, 3 or 4 quads, but he does take out 1 full outpost pretty much. Ooh, I think 3 or 4 quads in total. I think it was 3. I did miscount there for a second. Frank in the chat says best of 11 or best of 13. It's best of 13, first to win 7. So big outpost army there does get picked off from ExCaL, but Crazy's actually planning on coming in from this side anyway, so the palace is now going to go down. And DoMiNaToR's just out in time. So can he do enough now? The DoMiNaToR's in danger of going down. I think... Oh, he's got inside of the barracks to repair, but what happens if the barracks goes down whilst you're inside of it? Does he just pop out again? I think maybe he does. ExCaL's desperately trying to hold on, but there's another push of outposts here. And DoMiNaToR is out in action. ExCaL's probably going to hold. He's probably going to hold, but he has taken a lot of damage. He's only got 3 quads out. Some are vetted. He's got a couple of RPGs, and he's got a Jarman. He's got 4 quads now. Barracks is going to remake. Yeah, DK Crazy seems to have taken the spam off for a second. He's now cancelled his command center. Maybe he wants to cancel the supply as well. But yeah, ExCaL now looking in a decent position. He's now dropped down a command center just to get the bounty, I think. But that oil still exists. So it's still a very close game. I just think Crazy's been taking his foot off the gas with the spam at some points, and maybe just focusing on the micro. But you can't really do that. You need to focus on... The spam needs to be in at all times. You could even maybe evac that bunker and just bring everything. Because if you didn't crack that, then maybe now the game is slipping back into ExCaL's hands. ExCaL's dropping down more and more tunnels. ExCaL's also sent a rebel over to the right side oil, but there is a minigunner there, and I think the minigunner might be just in time. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. It needs to be... That oil needs to be killed ASAP if it does get it. But you can't allow him to be on 2 oils. DK Crazy's trying to collect from long distance from the middle. He is going to try and stop the oil. Just going to succeed. So I think that keeps DK Crazy in the game. If that oil capture came in, would have been difficult to come back from that, I think. Okay, terrorists from ExCaL now. It's going to be forcing this army back. DK Crazy does have 4 or 5 pretty full outposts. I'm not convinced they're all full, but they must be pretty full. There is a a stealth bike running around, but I think he's going to try and get that oil again. But there is a minigunner there, so that'll be interesting if he is able to get it. Crazy maybe wants to think about attacking from this side, because this oil, I think, is fair to say, is keeping ExCaL in the game. Interesting dynamic, interesting game. The rebel on a bike does go down to the minigunner. RPGs here are going to pop open these, and then DoMiNaToR is going to have a field day at dealing with this, because there's no ECMs in this, so it's hard to deal with the RPGs. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for Crazy. How is he going to deal with that? Maybe mass flamers, but I think DK Crazy did have a massive chance, but I think he might have blown it in the sense of keeping up the spam before. Crazy's not paying attention to this army. He's just letting it all die to the Jarman. He's bringing in an army from this left side instead. He might take out a few tunnels here, and maybe he'll go back up there and take out the oil. The DoMiNaToR is out of place. RPGs are going to try and deal with this. So yeah, I think dealing with this oil is a big win. DK Crazy's now got his own oil. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Unique game. Tunnel there does go down, and the oil is taking a beating now. The oil probably will go down as well. But this army on the right, Crazy's not out of the best control here. Ooh. Thought there was going to be a bit of a lag then. Well, there was a lag. It's gone up to like 20. Yeah, Crazy's not even paying attention. I don't even think he's looking on the map here. He's just losing everything. And if you're not looking at your army, then you deserve to lose it. So he has lost. I mean, that was like, what was it? Originally, that was 4 full outposts. That was. Maybe one of them only had 3 tank gunners inside of it, I thought. ExCaL has crept forward here with some sneaky tunnels, but there is a bunker there, and these outposts will have seen that now. ExCal's now expanded over to this side of the map there, and ExCal's working his way towards 5 stars. On 2,300, so you only need 5k to get to level 5. Terrasec on Crazy's oil. Assault troop crawler out for DK Crazy. Another stream of outposts coming across the map. Barracks on the left getting taken out by these tank hunters. But it's just literally the DoMiNaToR. He's also stolen an outpost for himself. Like, how the hell do you deal with that DoMiNaToR? There's not even a palace out. He doesn't need the palace. But as long as ExCaL controls that DoMiNaToR very well, I'm struggling to see how DK Crazy can win. He's also got these trucks now trapped inside of here. I think you can just click outside and they will just go outside. But then it's just going to be long distance collecting from the middle, and this will be his pretty much last attack here, this one. So it's going to be probably the big final attack from DK Crazy. If this one goes down without achieving that much, he might GG right here. So several tunnels are going down. Outposts having pretty good success so far without losing too much. Load of tunnels do go down. It's a shame for Crazy that he lost his command center because he's close to level 5. He would have EMP, he would have everything. He's now coming in with the outpost to try and engage the RPGs. He is going to succeed in killing the RPGs, but the DoMiNaToR from range is going to kill the ones that are outside of the outpost. One outpost does get sniped, and again, Crazy's just slow to go inside of these. I'm not sure why he's not going back inside of the outposts. Several times we've seen that now. Again, he's coming in with the outpost to snipe out one quad. There's another outpost in the base. He's trying to probably close down this tunnel so he can try and snipe the Jean. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. And why is he not going inside the outpost? GG. That was a good attempt coming in from the back. But yeah, ExCaL gets the win. The palace was already on the way anyway, so even if that didn't succeed, maybe he just dropped on another barracks and another Jean. GG, well played to ExCaL. The Sun should take that game. Score is now 5-3. Best of 13, so first to win 7 games. Yeah, ExCaL just needs to win 2 more. So maybe this reverse, and then maybe 1 more. And then DK Crazy needs to win 4 in a row. Got one more chance at a loss, 1 more extra life. And then needs to win every game. Okay, next game. We've got GLA Stealth for DK Crazy in the south in the orange. In the north, we've got OE ExCaL in the purple with the China Infantry. So yeah, that previous game, that's pretty typical of ExCaL. You see him go for the dozer hunt and then just kind of camp it out in his base, putting pressure on the opponent to kind of push as much as possible, and it does get him numerous wins. Seen it many, many times. So yeah, let's see if DK Crazy will do something similar. I think sending a worker over here and building a tunnel, which it looks like he's doing, is a good idea because you control this oil. So if you build a tunnel over here and there's a bunker there, which there probably will be, you don't really achieve very much. But if you build a tunnel over here and a bunker gets dropped down here, you still have control of the enemy oil. So you can either kill it or capture it for yourself. But again, putting pressure on the infantry player to do something about it, to either try and capture it or to try and kill it or clear out those tunnels. DK Crazy gone for 2 supplies and the arms dealer, 1 tunnel inside of his base. ExCal's not going for a helix. That's something maybe some players would do. Maybe a helix in this matchup, but it is against stealth though, so you've got cheap quads and you've got stealth tunnels, so usually you don't go with helix against stealth, but it is an option. And DK Crazy has not done a scout. It's not sent a first worker straight down the middle of the map, which is something that like Size likes to do, to try and scout and see if there's going to be an airfield or anything like that. DK Crazy didn't even do terrorists, so ExCaL usually likes to drop down a supply and send left and right a tunnel, a truck. There is a lag, 29, 26. Yeah, none of the other games that I've streamed have lagged, but this time we have another streamer in, which is Staz for the Russian community. He's streaming in the Russian language, so maybe that could be impacting things. Ping is dropping down now. It's going down to 19, so maybe things are improving. Going down to 15 now. Icky Crazy is actually going for a fast oil capture, so he's gone for the left oil and he's going for the right oil as well. So this is going to put pressure on ExCaL to do something about it. He's going to at least lose one outpost here, but is he going to be able to stop that rebel? Is he going to be able to stop it? He does stop it. Yeah, he does stop it. Crazy not able to capture it just in time. That's unfortunate for Crazy, because if that would have come in, that's a huge advantage in terms of money. ExCaL is using just to kill the oil. Interesting. He's going to kill the oil and then maybe just try and push somewhere else. That means he doesn't have to engage this tunnel. Whereas if he wanted to capture it for himself, he probably wouldn't kill it. Well, obviously he wouldn't kill it. He would just try and clear these tunnels, but it is hard to engage there. Crazy's dropping down an aggressive tunnel and deep inside of ExCaL's base again. That's probably the second time. Well, actually, it is the second time we've seen this. And I wonder if it'll get up. Has ExCaL seen it? I don't think he's seen it just yet. No, he's not. That worker has, I think, just gone straight down the middle of the map and building a tunnel. That's going to be problematic. And DK Crazy might be able to bring this back to 5-4 with the help of that. It's still going to be hard to deal with all these outposts. But DK Crazy might be able to pop open one there. But Minigun is going to force this back. DK Crazy's already on a palace. It's quite a fast palace in terms of top level 1v1 games. DK Crazy is going to go inside of his tunnel, and I don't think that ExCaL has seen it still. It probably is in his vision. We can't see his vision in observer mode like this when we're casting live, but it probably wasn't his vision because these outposts have one of the biggest visions in the game. Ooh. Look at this other tunnel. So ExCaL is now under pressure with this big quad pop inside of his base. When is he going to see that? The war factory is now under threat. ExCaL wants to push out, but he's probably going to look back in his base and think, what the hell? Where has that come from? Because it wasn't even a technical in the beginning of the game. I don't even know if at this point he's seen it. He's losing his main base. His war factory's going down. ExCaL's still pushing through the middle. He's now sending his outpost back. There's no mines there, so this is not going to be repelled easily. DK Crazy behind this, dropping down more tunnels just in case ExCaL does push through the middle. Flamer does go down. ExCaL's inside of this bunker here. ExCaL going to go back and try and defend this. One outpost is going to get picked off. Quads here are going to pick off all this infantry. Important to pick off that minigunner, I think. But all of these quads are going to go down as well because these outposts have managed to go back and clear up everything. So this tunnel is now going to get cleared. But there is another tunnel here. Maybe with the RPGs want to retarget and finish off that outpost. I think it's actually quite important at this point. He's going to target the wrong unit again, though. His unit selection, or in terms of which units to attack, like in the GLA USA game before on Snowy Drought, a little bit questionable, and definitely questionable there, because you could have popped open that one. I mean, I suppose at least he did damage, better than nothing. ExCal's now expanded to the middle. He's now building a supply back in his main base. There is a terrorist here, as well as a quad, stopping ExCal's collection. And DK Crazy does have one oil advantage, and he's killed, well, actually, ExCaL killed his own oil. There is a terrorist here, but there is minigunners inside of these outposts that's going to be able to kill that, and DK Crazy is applying the pressure to this supply. DK Crazy's got a Jarman of his own now. I wonder if he can do as good as job as ExCal's did in the previous game. Because ExCal's Jarman in the previous game got to Vet 3 pretty fast. He did get killed a few times, I think. 1 or 2 times. But at the end of the game, the existing one was Vet 3. Faris in the chat says it's still a 50-50 game. I agree, man. It's definitely 50-50. ExCal's now trying to push this back, but he is going to lose some outposts. Pop here from DK Crazy, but I think that might be a little bit premature. You've not got enough quads here, really, to deal with this, I don't think. Crazy's building his first black market. He's got another tunnel going down in the back of his base. ExCaL's now going to be on 4 supplies. This one's not got as much as this one, so actually he will be mined out on that fairly quick, but so will DK Crazy on this one as well. So Crazy with these aggressive tunnels deep in the back of ExCaL's base once again. Now that might actually bring him back into the game, because I think at the moment he's at probably a disadvantage with the 2 supply disadvantage, even though he's up 1 oil. Crazy's going to push on this left side, but how many tank hunters are inside there? It looks like only 1 actually, so he probably will be able to take that out. And then meanwhile, ExCaL's losing trucks on his main as well, so ExCaL's coming from the left side of the outpost and flamer army. ExCaL's probably going to lose this supply. That's an annoying time to lose it because he still has 2.6k. It's probably not even worth building another supply there, or very barely just worth it. That supply does go down, but needs to be careful of the mines from the bunker. You know that all infantry bunkers start with the mines, so he's just going to walk on them anyway. Artillery coming across the map now, and is probably going to land on that tunnel now that he's scouted it, and DK Crazy's oil is in danger. Artillery does land on the tunnel and clear that up, but there is still the hole there. Crazy's now in the base of ExCaL with quads. There is an angry mob out. It does look like you have AK-47s. There is another arms dealer going down for Crazy. But now that he's lost his oil, I don't know if he can afford the production of that for too long, because this one's only got 6.4k left. The barracks there does go down for ExCaL, and ExCaL's now going to push back with his army of the 2 outposts and the flamer. But these angry mobs, they're going to go to the center and no doubt do damage to these trucks, maybe even that bunker. There is an airfield going down now for ExCaL. It's a very, very balanced game, I would say, so far. Worker shoes now in for DK Crazy. Outpost there does go down, so the quads are splash damage, it looks like. And I think the main supply of ExCaL might actually go down there. He's actually picking off the trucks, and he's probably going to go back there. Picks off the trucks, and now he's got veterancy on these quads, and he's going to take out the outpost there as well, and he's getting loads of bounty money from this, from all of the kills. So decent play there from Crazy, and ExCaL is now in a bit of pressure because he's got angry mobs to deal with, a tunnel being re-established there. He's finally on MiGs, so they're going to help deal with the angry mob. Actually, there is a flamer there as well. There's a flamer here from Crazy. Sniped a flamer, and he's actually going to flame the supply. The angry mob does go down, but there is 1 guy left. Well, there was 1 guy left. Outpost in the back of the base does get cleared up, and actually somehow that flamer has been stopped by this outpost here. Jarman now pushing forward with the quads and an RPG. ExCaL's money is being harassed a lot. These MiGs are probably going to get picked off as well. One does escape though. No MiG armor upgrade just yet. This RPG probably wants to go inside of the building. That will cause more problems. But these quads are getting picked off. I got a command center going down for Crazy. He's on an angry mob. Back in his base, he's got several tunnels all over the map. Popping these outposts open is definitely a priority. Mine drop on the left. That's going to seal off that whole entrance unless Crazy sends a worker there to clear it out. Or quads. Crazy's known for walking the quads over the mines. As we saw a minute ago. Carpet coming across the map. That's going to hit Crazy's main supply. And these tunnels are in danger now going down. 1 outpost does get popped open. Workers do get moved out of the way in time. Actually, I'm going to say that 1 of them does. Angry mob gets picked off by the MiG. No napalm just yet. Another angry mob going to push us back. Got another attack from DK Crazy on the right. And this bunker's going to be going down. DK Crazy is almost mined out on the second supply. ExCaL's only collecting with 1 truck just here in the back. And this quad is going to be able to pick off a MiG. I'm not sure if it is. There's mines there as well. Just in case it does survive. But then mines again. He's walking. Oh, he's going to go back. Okay, he's going to go back. Okay, DK Crazy, well, both on about the same amount of money. It's between 2 and 2.5k. ExCaL's just spent some money. Another bunker going down for ExCaL. ExCaL closer to 5-star than DK Crazy is. DK Crazy's halfway there at 11 minutes. One outpost does get picked off here, and this flamer is going to clear out the bunker, as well as that tunnel getting cleared up. No subliminal messaging yet because there is no propaganda center. Another wave of quads here from DK Crazy, and is he going to be able to force ExCaL out of the middle? It would be nice if he picks off these MiGs because they're killing these, killing the angry mob. And this supply is in danger. Truck does go down. I think he just crushed some of the angry mob there, so he can't have been that angry because he just allowed himself to get crushed. There's one MiG on the ground. That bunker's going to be going down. There are mines here, though, so you can't push any further into it. He's not got any workers on his main supply because that supply has just been killed and remade. Bunker taken, but instantly goes down. MiG is up, and the angry mob is pretty much dead. One outpost gets picked off, and we're going to be left with not many units left on the map from either player. I think you probably still give the favor towards ExCaL because I prefer the, well, the fact that Crazy's not even collecting is kind of a major point. He's got workers over here. Crazy's now spent all of his money. He could sell that, though, and transition his workers over, and he could also maybe expand to one of the sides as well. But yeah, ExCal's now got control of the middle. He's dropping down a supply in the middle. Thor in the chat says Crazy has this. I don't know, you know, the support powers deadly against stealth. It's not like Crazy has loads. He's got one black market and his main supply. The only thing that could bring him into it, in my view, or make him have the advantage, is to get to level 5 and get Anthrax and the sneak attack. The carpet bomb does get stopped, actually. Decent play from Crazy. He's not even going to kill anything. He'll probably kill that down to the hole, maybe. Yeah, kills that down to the hole. Market does survive. Crazy probably going to go back and repair that. But I mean, artillery, mines, this is all such strong stuff. And Crazy's still got 2.1k to go to get to 5-star. The Anthrax bomb will change everything. Don't get me wrong, that'll change everything. But can he kill enough to get to that? MiG's going to kill this worker here. Ooh. Kills the tunnel as well. Yeah, cost him $800 there. One MiG gets picked off. Doesn't really get in that much XP though. It was like 50 XP or something. Artillery coming across the map now. DoMiNaToR picks off one outpost. Rebel ambush on top of that, and that's killed 2 outposts as well as this quad attack from the side. Oh, that was some 200 IQ artillery. The Jarman's getting chased down, but there are more quads here to back that up. The artillery just nailed a load of quads and stopped him from going back inside of the tunnel. DoMiNaToR is having a field day clearing all this up. It's getting him closer to that 5-star. If he gets the 5-star, I will give the advantage to DK Crazy. But right now, you have to say it's ExCaL because look at all this money he's collecting from the middle. Look how many trucks he's got. He's still collecting from his main as well. The money advantage for ExCaL is massive. It's only got one market and this one supply against 3 supplies. Okay, this is going to be mined out soon, so maybe DK Crazy can... He needs to have really cost-efficient trade-offs if your enemy's got a money advantage. There is mines coming across the map now, and it's probably going to land right there. Oh, Crazy's got his quad stuck. One quad goes down. It's actually not that bad. DoMiNaToR almost getting picked off by the MiGs. DoMiNaToR does now need to go back and repair, but there is one angry mob left. And Jarman has been detected. Does need to run away because he is low HP. There is no more MiGs out. ExCaL's floating 6k. So this tunnel here is in danger of going down. The MiGs, sorry, the MiGs are going to be back in the air any minute, and the mine's right outside the tunnel, so that tunnel can't even defend itself really with quad pops or anything. It looks like the mines are still fully existing, maybe apart from there. Angry mob and quad composition. Thor says, why is ExCaL not getting a propaganda center? As I say that, there we go. Propaganda center going up. MiG's coming back across the map now, and this is just too big an army to deal with, I think. So many outposts. DoMiNaToR's going to need to do a lot of work to deal with that. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outposts. Carpet coming in now as well as the flamer and an outpost. This is why I said it's in favor of ExCaL. Just the money situation and the support power is just so much better. So ExCaL is wasting some MiGs here, and that might give Crazy an advantage in terms of getting towards 5-star. There is an angry mob here. It's going to kill a little bit of HP off one of these outposts. But I just think it's too much for Crazy to deal with. Another market going down for Crazy in the back of his base. Doesn't look like a fake, it looks like a real. ExCal's also getting close to 5-star, so no doubt EMP will be out. There is AP ammo on these quads, so they will be able to take out the outposts in numbers. And there is a RPG pop here on the left-hand side. That might keep ExCaL busy for long enough for DK Crazy to master some kind of a plan. Or muster some kind of a plan. RPGs inside of this would be nice because you can pick off these trucks. DoMiNaToR gets picked off by the MiGs. One MiG does go down. Angry Mob is going to force this back at the moment. One outpost gets picked off. Some 3,600. So that XP does mean everything. I mean, without the Anthrax Bomb, there's no way really you can defend against this. Against the outpost and MiG army. It's too hard in my view. Big quad pop. 2 go down instant because there's so many RPGs inside of these outposts. Angry Mobs are getting picked off left, right, and center. Propaganda Center is now out. Internet Center is now out. Another sneaky worker in the back of ExCaL's base is going to be trying building at the top. Mega spotted it. Decent play there from ExCaL. Yeah, I think one of DK Crazy's advantages that he could have done before was that there was no real presence from ExCaL on these sides, so he could have sent these tunnels to the sides sooner and harassed these trucks better, because it just letting ExCaL just take all of the middle has just let ExCaL get so big now. So, I mean, look at all the outposts he's got on there. Guarantee pretty much all of them are full as well. So ExCaL has complete control of this game. Ooh, Angry Mob. Sorry, not Angry Mob. Rebel Ambush. Kills two outposts. Decent play there from Crazy. But is that enough? There's one Angry Mob left. Someone sent a screenshot on one of the forums of a close-up of the Angry Mob, and it's a big fat woman in the Angry Mob. One of them is a big fat woman. It might actually be that one. Quads coming in from the right. This is a massive engagement, but all of the quads are going down. A load of outposts have gone down, as well as the Jarman picking off one as well. But is that enough? There are mines dropped outside of the war factory as well. RPGs are going to try and clear up some of this. So there's only 3 full outposts remaining. But Crazy has lost a lot in the process of trying to do that. Needs to sell his arms dealer. He's nowhere near still 5k. He needs another ton of kills, really. There's like another 850 XP to get there. MiG's internet center is pretty full for ExCaL. He's on 7,500. Artillery coming across the map. Probably going to be on DK Crazy's third market. The markets are all going down now. EMP is going to be ready for ExCaL as well. I think this is in the bag for ExCaL. Quad gets picked off. There's only 2 outposts now remaining, so maybe... Oh, DoMiNaToR. Yeah, DoMiNaToR, GG. DoMiNaToR was the only thing that could have cleared this up. GG, well played by ExCaL. Showing us how it's done with China infantry. Well played. Alright, 6-3 is the score. Let's hope in the next matchup we don't get something imbalanced, because that will just be it for Crazy. It'd be nice to get something balanced so Crazy at least has a chance. Because at this stage, if you... Crazy can't afford to lose any more games. If you've got like air versus super weapon or something, you can pretty much just say, unless Crazy does something mental. It's not going to be a win. Right, I'm going to choose map for DK Crazy again. Because he doesn't want to pick himself, he wants me to pick. There's Barren Badlands. Canyon of the Dead, I think, is winnable for some imbalanced armies. Arctic Lagoon is there as well, quite a balanced map. Forgotten Air Battle, yeah, we already had that. I'm going to choose Canyon of the Dead. I like watching that map. Okay, score is 6-3 to ExCaL. And we've got Stealth versus Air. Interesting. Air Force, you probably say, is stronger. Stealth is certainly not unwinnable, though. Got ExCaL in the purple, USA Air Force in the bottom left on Canyon of the Dead. Top right, we've got DK Crazy with the GLA Stealth in the orange. What army would you prefer here on this map? I particularly prefer Air Force. People always say, what is your favorite army? And I always say Air Force because it's the strongest. You've got the most variety. You can do Comanches, you can do Raptors, you can do Vs, you can do 2 War Factory Vs, you can do Vs full of MDs, you can do loads and loads of cool stuff with Air Force. It's also got some crazy support powers. Going to be Raptors for ExCaL. This is something that you often see Size and ExCaL both do. He sold his command center late, so he's done he's probably done that deliberate, so he can place the drone down so he can see what is coming. Crazy sending some terrorists to both of his supplies, just in case of any dozer drop. But the dozer's going to be down the middle. Is he going to be able to stop that tunnel though? It's going to be pretty close actually. Back at home, ExCaL's collecting from alternate piles again. Always does that. Always very good at it. And Crazy, is he going to be able to save this worker? That would be big news for him if he does manage to save it. Does need to be careful though that he doesn't lose his worker with the splash damage from the terrorist. I don't know if he can force fire the ground there. I think the dozer is actually getting away. So Crazy's got this aggressive tunnel up, and there's going to be Raptors out now, so it's going to stop the first technical probably from DK Crazy. Crazy's got a sneaky tunnel here. He's also got a sneaky tunnel up here. Is ExCaL going to see that? Because it's not that easy to see. Interesting situation. It looks like he has seen it because he's sending the dozer over there. There is a Raptor out now, and is Crazy going to be making quads? He is making quads, and he does take out the dozer, so that's going to force either the Raptor or the first V. Yeah, the first V is going to go over there, but is he now going to... he's going to go inside of his tunnel, so I think it's a very balanced game so far. But these Raptors and the Vs are a deadly combo because it kind of forces you to make quads. Crazy's now going to force an engagement with these quads RPGs, trying to do as much damage as possible now. Crazy's also bringing a worker, probably wants to try and finish that tunnel maybe. Maybe just drop down another one here would be a better idea. I don't know. Raptors is still circling in the main base. He's looking for a Terratech probably. And ExCaL's second supply is now under pressure. Raptors now coming across, so it has revealed that he has gone for some air units. Trying to target down the Raptors, but not succeed. The pallet point defense lasers is going to block the RPGs. This is decent control so far from ExCaL. He's going to clear all of this up. DK Crazy is now on 2 war factories. And that tunnel is going to get cancelled. He just get the money back from it. And Crazy's now established a supply at... Sorry, a tunnel at ExCaL's 3rd supply. Remember, this could be the last game. If Crazy does not win this one, he's out. And he will come either 3rd or 4th position in the World Series. Worker does get sniped there. And ExCaL is now going to realize there's a tunnel here, but he might be too late for that V. Does get 1 V picked off. That's a decent win there for Crazy. Crazy's still spamming the quads. And Crazy's now putting on the pressure, trying to engage with these quads, but there is 4 Vs. One V going dangerously low. So would like to see probably more tunnels from Crazy, like spread across the map, and also a faster third supply. Right now, I still probably would give the advantage to ExCaL because of this combo of Raptors and Vs. So a bit of a standoff here, and the Raptors are going to come in and target the tunnel, but he actually force-fired the ground there and did not succeed. So these Raptors are not going to be able to help with this engagement now. The Vs are going to engage. A little bit of lag actually there. It looked like a little bit of a freeze. Gone up to 17 ping. Don't know if that's manageable for these Vs. Let's go down now to 14, but it did look like they froze for a second. Do have Staz observing, so maybe worst case scenario. Ooh! He's trying to push in with these technicals, and actually he's done a big push with quads here as well as on this right side. So he's trying to come in from two sides here with the quads. Trying to push as hard as he can, and he is going to pick off at least some Vs. So 2 Vs have gone down so far. A third probably going to go down, and just trying to get deep in the base. There's a load of technicals out now from DK Crazy. That's going to be the next wave to deal with, is these technicals. There's going to be another tunnel here established in DK Crazy, but I think a third supply from DK Crazy's probably is what's going to be needed. Technicals now coming in from the side, and these are going to engage the Vs. Does try to pick off one V, picks off one, picks off the second. Load of missile defenders going down. Yeah, another V goes down. Lots of Vs going down all over the place. So many Vs gone down. There's only one left now. And these this technical switch from DK Crazy, amazing. And there's going to be another tunnel up the top. That's going to be applying the pressure for ExCaL next. Super Tech now running around. And actually the Raptor misses most of its missiles. And the Dozer is going to go down. I think that's the last Dozer. ExCaL is Dozer hunted. Cancels the strategy center. He's got 5,100. More pressure being applied at the top now. Chinook is in massive danger. No reaction yet. That Chinook is going to go down. ExCaL now probably spamming the V and the M button to spam as many Vs and as many MDs as possible. Another Chinook goes down there, and DK Crazy is well and truly applying the pressure. Another 3 quads in ExCaL's base now to deal with. He's going to try and go back, but this base building, not the great, because it puts these Vs in an awkward position. ExCaL now dozeless. Would be nice maybe a TNT on the power of the barracks. That would set ExCaL back quite a bit. ExCaL's only on 1 supply. He's got 4 Raptors, got a load of Vs out. Does DK Crazy have enough to deal with that? Because he's not gone for a 3rd supply. Okay, quad push. 2 techs. The techs are probably going to try and catch the Raptors whilst they're on the ground. It's going to force them to land, and DK Crazy is now applying the pressure to this supply. But there's actually a TNT now and taking out the power and the barracks. This is decent aggression from DK Crazy. He's now trying to take out the Raptors. He might be able to take out 1 before it goes down. It will be lucky if it does take out 1. It is going to take out 1. Splash damage on the airfield, though. Yeah, decent play by DK Crazy. But where's the economy behind this? He's going to be mined out here soon. Where is the next supply? Here's the next supply. But should that have been a lot earlier, or would he have not been able to apply as much pressure? This massive blob of Vs here now from ExCaL, as well as the Raptors, that's going to be hard to deal with DK Crazy. Does he want to go for the base trade? I mean, a massive TT here might kill ExCaL. He's got that supply to worry about as well, or is he going to try and defend against this? But with the Raptors that are going to be coming across the map now as well, I'm struggling to see how DK Crazy is going to deal with it. He's pushing into ExCaL's base instead. Maybe that'll force ExCaL back, but I think ExCaL's smart enough to just know just to go in and finish him now. Big wave of technicals now inside of ExCaL's base. ExCaL's V does go down. There's a Raptor in danger. Raptor goes down, and all the Raptors now going to land. There's going to be technicals there to take him out. ExCaL is forced to go back. Raptor goes down. All the Raptors are down. Another V goes down in ExCaL's base. ExCaL desperately trying to come back with this massive blob of Vs. Remember, he's on no power, no barracks, so this V army is all he has got now. ExCaL is now coming back to defend this. He is probably going to defend this, but this technical is going to escape. This technical is going to escape. ExCaL is now in a desperate situation. Like, does he move out? He could actually go for a combat Chinook, actually, to defend his base. But Crazy is mixing in enough quads. How much stuff has DK Crazy got behind this? He's forced to sell that supply. Now he's got another one down here. ExCaL's now coming back across the map, and DK Crazy probably recognized or sensing this, and he's going to go back in for the counterattack. There's only 2 Vs here, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be empty. DK Crazy is establishing a proper base now at the top left. Is he going to force ExCaL back here? ExCaL's choosing just to go in. Combat Chinook is now up, and he's going to put the Vs inside of there, and they're going to have the Hellfire drone, or at least one of them's got the Hellfire. So that's going to damage these technicals the longer he stays inside of the base. ExCaL's now pushing forward. 2 arms dealers, and the supply is now in danger for Crazy. Actually, they were fully loaded with missile defenders. I did not realize that. DK Crazy is now in a world of trouble because all of his technicals now going down in ExCaL's base. The quad getting picked off. All of the technicals getting picked off. He's dropping down another arms dealer here, but it might be too late. I think that's GG. GG's well played from DK Crazy. Magnificent defense from ExCaL there, played it absolutely perfect. Decent attempt at the aggression from DK Crazy, but just not enough. So whilst DK Crazy is a top, super top team player, just maybe against the top 1v1 players, that is seemingly ExCaL now is maybe the king, although he did get taken down by somebody recently in one of the challenges on my channel. Yeah, what absolutely epic game. So ExCaL is going to go through. 7-3 is the score. Maybe Crazy should have played a bit more. Maybe he should have warmed up. So many questions. I'm now going to show you the bracket to show you who will face who next. So here is the bracket. DK Crazy just lost the game 7-3. So ExCaL, although he beat DK Crazy, he's now into the final. He has lost a number of games since. So he's only human. He can be defeated. He's not undefeatable. ExCaL so far has lost 1 game against Tasmani. He lost 4 against SPL, 4 against Shay, and then another 3 there against DK Crazy. But he's getting the wins every time. It's not come closer than 2 games before. So yeah, real strong performance. Now through to the final. There's only 3 players left in this World Series 2020. Again, this is hosted by Game Replays. Massive shout out to all the sponsors and the people hosting this. ExCaL will now face Boyka or Vivid, who are actually playing tomorrow. I won't be live streaming that. They will be live streamed by Zezon, but I will be casting the replays. I'll probably do it like 2 or 3 hours later than the games are actually played. So they will still be on my channel if you want to watch that. But yeah, Boyka and Vivid will play tomorrow, and then we'll have Boyka or Vivid against ExCaL. I think most people maybe are picking Boyka to go through because Boyka has taken down Size recently, although he did lose against Size recently as well. But Boyka is playing a lot, and also a well-established, known pro player. Been in the scene probably at least the last 5 years, maybe longer. Whilst Vivid is kind of new. I believe Vivid's only 19 years old. He's told me that his weakness is experience and his strength is speed. So yeah, going to be interesting to see who's going to win that, Vivid or Boyka. But yeah, definitely don't count Vivid out because he did defeat Google 7-4. Google did struggle against Zars though, aka Sonic 6-5. So can this bracket tell you everything, or will the pressure on the day? There's so many variables in the tournament. Like if you play Clan Wars or you play the ladder, you can pretty comfortably, or you lose a game, doesn't mean that much, or you lose 5-0 on the day, doesn't really mean that much. But in a tournament conditions, there's so much more pressure on you to win a game, and so many things, so many variables in that one day. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep the night before, or maybe it's too hot in your room on the particular day. Whereas if you're playing like Clan Wars or something like that, you can play over a longer period of time. There's no pressure. If you lose one day, you can come back the next day and stuff like that. Whereas in a tournament, anything can happen on the day. And it's like random reverse. It might be all your strongest matchups. It might be all your weakest matchups. Like I particularly don't like USA Mirror, and I got loads of USA Mirrors against Shay. I should be better at that, but Boyka's also good at GLA mirrors. What if he doesn't get enough GLA mirrors against Vivid? What if he has to play loads of matchup that he doesn't like? Will that affect the outcome and affect the stuff on the day? So yeah, ExCaL's through to the final. It's going to be ExCaL versus Boyka or Vivid. I'm not sure who will be streaming the final, not even sure when that will be, but let's get the semi-finals out of the way first, which will be tomorrow. I think it's around 14 GMT, I might be wrong. And then I'll let you know regarding what's going on with the finals very, very soon. So yeah, GG's, well played to everyone. Looks like the real Dackle is online. The real Dackle. So yeah, 7-3 is the score. Stream's going to end now. I'm not going to stream any more games. Yeah, GG's, well played to ExCaL. Putting in dominant performance there. Should Crazy have played a little bit more and should he have warmed up? He did try to warm up, I think, but it wasn't able to get many games. So yeah, GG's, well played. ExCaL through to the final. Right, that's it then, boys. Let me know in the chat what you thought of it. Remember to like the stream if you enjoyed it. GG's, well played to everyone, and I'll see you very soon.